Party Room. Welcome to Inside the Paint, presented by Rockwater Campground on US 23 in Piketon, with special thanks to Brewster's Real Estate and Auction Services, Tim Dickerson, Brewster's Hometown Pharmacy, and Brandon Wooldridge Deep Woods Lumber. Ritchie's Inside the Paint is the weekly Pike County basketball coaches and players show featuring a different Pike County school each week. The Eastern Eagles, the Waverly Tigers, the Western Indians, and the Piketon Red Streaks are here in the spotlight for the next 60 minutes. And now live from the Ritchie's Backyard Barbecue Party Room, here are your hosts, T-Fred, Rockin' Raj, and the Madman, Mike Davis. In Piketon, with special thanks to
All right, welcome everybody to Ritchie's Backyard Barbecue here in Piketon. Let's hear it, everybody.
Let's hear it.
Come on, woo!
The Eagles are here.
The Eagles are in the house here at Ritchie's Backyard Barbecue. We got a great show lined up for you tonight as we discuss everything that is Pike County basketball. Tonight is Wednesday, January 10th, 2024. I'm still getting used to that. And we've got the Eastern Eagles, Coach Ethan Leist, and he's brought out a ton of players and cheerleaders. We're going to talk to him in a little bit, but first, I think we need to go ahead and get some of the weekly wrap-up, guys. Had quite a few games last Friday where the Eagles beat the Indians, as they're all cheering back there. But we're going to talk about that one in a little bit when we get Coach Leist up here. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. You know, we're live on Main Street TV on Facebook, Total Media on YouTube, Total Media Radio, totalmedia.com, 100.1 WXCQ. We've got you covered as far as the streaming goes. So to my left is T-Fred, and then to his left is Rockin' Raj. So how are we doing tonight, guys?
Doing good, buddy.
Yeah, I'm doing real good. It's a pleasure to be here, and congrats to the Eagles on a victory the other night. It's been a big week of basketball.
Yes, it has. There's been quite a bit of action. Like I said, big rivalry between the Eagles and the Indians, and the Eagles came out on top, 65-41. But again, we'll talk about that later when we talk with Coach Leist. And then for as far as the Western Indians go, after they lost, was that a 7-game losing streak, T-Fred? 8-game losing streak. They traveled over to Fairfield-Leesburg, and they took Fairfield-Leesburg on at the Chad Dotson Classic, and that was a little closer, 45-42. And T-Fred, you and Trey called that one. So give us your thoughts on that.
Very good game. Fairfield is the real deal. I think they took Western lightly, but Western started off house afire. They hit 4 threes in a row, and it was up like 12-3, and actually had a 10-point lead for most of the half. And then they come out in the second half, Fairfield did, and their guards are really good. They got a couple, and I mean, they're fullback strong. Now the friend is not a real athletic built guy, but he's lengthy. and they started going to him, and I believe it was Trey House, and House is built like a tank, and they just started forcing the issue a little bit, taking the ball inside, and they started running a little bit, and Western got a little bit cold in that third quarter. I think they only scored 8 points in that third quarter, and that's where they caught them and got the lead. Now Western cut it into the lead. I think Fairfield had a 7 or 8 point lead, and Western had their chance. They came down. It was a 2-point game, and they came down and they ran a set play, and they tried that. They went to the baseline. I can't think of the name of the play. It's everybody's play now. They tried to throw a hook pass all the way around to the other side, and they turned it over, and that was just like a dagger in the heart. And then they hit a couple free throws down the stretch. Leesburg did, and that's how they held them off. But hey, Doug's team played well. They played hard. They played a really good team. That team's 12-0. And they're a solid basketball team. So Western coming up on the short end, but kudos to their effort.
Well, and if I remember correctly, Fairfield Leesburg was 12-0 or whatever. They did a long undefeated streak last year, and then they actually met Western at tournament play at Piketon, and that was a barn burner game. I mean, it was by 1 or 2 points. So yeah, I mean, to come out 42-45. I mean, kudos to them. And looking at the scoring breakdown, looks like Kearns had 3, Lytle had 5, Drew Hagee had 21, Janes had 6, and Foster Davis had 7. But it's a tough team, and that's kind of the way it goes. And I thought it was a 7-game losing streak, but it's a 8-game losing streak, and hopefully the Indians will be able to turn it around.
Well, that's all you can ask for, but they're headed in the right direction. They've just had some tough luck and some tough games. They've lost 2 or 3 games, really close games. So I know Coach Doug will be out there working them hard, and they're by no means satisfied with coming close.
No,
they want to win just like everybody else, but it was a good game to call. They did a nice job over at the Chad Hodson Classic. It's really something else, and we're going to be heading this weekend, Saturday. We're doing Western again over at the Dave Young Classic, 2:30 game against Manchester.
Oh, okay, nice. Well, I mean, I know one team that's not really rooting for the Indians to kind of come out of their skid. That's the Eastern Eagles, because they're in the same division, the SOC2. And right now I've got, they just really started conference play. Eastern's 1-0, Western's 0-1. Obviously they played each other, but we'll see how the rest of the season shakes out. Now, as far as we went, Piketon had 2 games, Rock and Raj, and they were on a bit of a winning streak. They won 4 in a row.
4 in a row.
The last game was against the Huntington Huntsmen. They came out with a vengeance Friday. It was a big victory. Looking for the score here, 62-43. It was pretty lopsided victory against them. Well, they actually moved up to 5-4 overall and 2-2 in the SVC. Huntington, they're struggling a bit in the SVC, but that doesn't mean that they're kind of a pushover team. They got a lot of talent, Raj. We talked about that on our broadcast. They're just a young team, and the Streaks put together a good game. They only had 9 turnovers on the night, and they had 3 players in double-digit points. But then the Red Streaks they came back Tuesday last night and met the Westfall Mustangs, and a little bit different story. It was 37-32. Westfall has been kind of one of the top teams in the SVC this year. They're a high-scoring team. They're averaging 60-some points a game, and the Streaks were able to hold them to 37.
It was a low-scoring game.
It was a very low-scoring game, but it wasn't bad by any means. We were on the edge of our seat, if not standing, most of the night. Because it was very exciting. Raj, what are your thoughts?
Piketon lost the game, but they was a better team, and I said that last night, and I'll say it again. There was a couple things they could have done, but one of their big stars was out. And would you like to tell that story?
Yeah, so Declan's out. Monday night, he came home all prepared for the Westfall game. He, did his routine, and he went to shave, and he cut the top of his thumb off. And I mean, I'm not talking about just a small cut. He come downstairs and said, "Hey, I cut myself shaving," and we thought, "Where at? You know, where on your face?" And he said, "No, my thumb." So again, I'm thinking just a small little cut, and he takes the towel off, and there's just blood everywhere. So for whatever reason, you know, he got a new pack of razors. And where you insert the handle and pull out the razor. Well, he didn't know you could do that. So he, for the last however many years, he's been like busting the top off of these cases and then just popping the razor blades out. Well, he was in a hurry, and when he broke this case of razors, his thumb just went right across this 6-blade, and I didn't bring the razor tonight, but I do have it.
I'm really surprised you didn't bring it.
It's on my dresser to bring. I'm not going to get rid of it because, I mean, the chunk of his thumb is
still in the razor.
This razor. So we spent the entire night at the ER, and they couldn't stitch it because the top was gone. Yeah, he's out, and he's hoping to get back for their big game against Uniota on Saturday
night.
But, you know, nonetheless, he was out. He was upset. They had to redress the wound because they kind of did it wrong at the hospital, and the pain was just too unbearable. He tried to play last night, but Doc McCain would not let him.
Right.
Yeah.
He tried, but he didn't. But like I said, not a bad game. The streaks fall short. And then we got the Waverly Tigers. T. Fred, you've been covering them. So looks like they got beat by Berg last night?
Yeah, Berg. That right there is the best team I've seen. Wheelersburg's really good. And they are the quickest team I have ever seen, at least this season. Now, I haven't seen everybody. I've seen quite a few teams, but they played a 2-3 matchup zone, and they covered space so good it was not even fun. I couldn't believe how quick they were getting to the ball and surrounding the ball. And, I mean, they had trouble with our matchup zone. They didn't shoot it real well, but we shot it worse than they did. We were 3 for 16 from the three-point line, and that's, first of all, it's too many threes for Waverly because they're not really a three-ball team. And that didn't help. And then we turned the ball over 17 times, and when it's a tight game, you can't do it. Berg was up 13 2 or 3 times. That was their biggest margin, and they just couldn't seem to put us away. But give kudos, credit to the Tigers. They battled back. They cut the lead to 5 3 times, and then they couldn't get the big play or the big stop or the big shot, and that's what hurt them down the stretch. Berg is really, really good. I mean, they beat Webster by 10 a few nights ago, and the only thing I see that Berg doesn't have, they've got a couple 6'4s, but they're not real offensively active. It's mostly guard oriented with their team, but they're sophomores, except for Lattimore. He's a senior. The other guys were sophomores, McGraw and Rucker and Bivens, I think was his name, but they are just really good on the ball defensively, really good passing the ball and just running their offense. And, Waverly played hard and played pretty good. I mean, other than the mistakes, but you can't do that against really good teams. And they got another big one Friday night because Webster's coming to town, and Webster was picked to win the league in our division, and they're 0 for 2 right now, and they're definitely going to be a hard team to deal with come Friday night.
Yeah, Webster. Yeah, they've got some talent. I've seen some of their players throughout the years when Declan was in that league, so definitely know what kind of talent that they've got. And then Waverly had a victory over Portsmouth West.
Yeah, big win. That was down there. 40-37 was the score, and Waverly played well. They played well the whole game that night. They never let West get running and gunning, and they had trouble against our zone. And we had them in hand. We let it get a little bit close because we had a bad third quarter, and it turned the ball care of business and got them a big win on the road. wins last year. One of them was at Portsmouth West. So, West was not very happy with losing to us last year, and then now this year they lost again to us. So, we're up and coming, but we've still got a ways to go, and I know Coach Bradley's not satisfied. You know how coaches are, they're never satisfied. So.
Right.
But we got a big one Friday. We got to see how we can bounce back because we played really hard and physical game last night with Berg, and then Webster will be the same thing. And we have to find a way to stop their big man, Mr. Eli Roberts.
Yep. I've watched him play a lot. Well, this sounds like a good time to take a break here on 100.1 WXCQ and Main Street TV. When we return, we will be back with Coach Ethan Leist of the Eastern Eagles, and hopefully we get a few players and to come up and talk as well. So we'll be back here in about 2 minutes on 100.1 WXCQ.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a home or even a piece of property, then look no further than your hometown real estate and auction experts at Brewster Real Estate and Auction, located in the heart of Waverly at 200 East Emmett Avenue. Phone 740-947-7577 or check them out online at brewsterauction.com. Brewster Real Estate and Auction, a proud sponsor of Pike County High School sports. Brewster's Hometown Pharmacy is a family-owned independent retail pharmacy located at 104 Thornton Drive in Piketon, accepting all major insurance, offering prescription medication and over-the-counter products, immunizations, free countywide delivery, text messaging when your prescriptions are ready. A refill link is available on our website, brewstersrx.com, or call 740-648-3020. Check out our excellent selection of must-have items. Brewster's Hometown Pharmacy, 104 Thornton Drive, Piketon. Please elect Tim Dickerson, Pike County Sheriff in 2024. Tim Dickerson is a lifelong resident of Pike County and has
the fourth tire for free. That's get 3 and 1 is free. And we will install them for free. Shop tires today at www.r2o.com.
When it comes to promotional items for your school, Graphics Network is the champion with a fantastic selection of custom designed printables and giveaway items for any event. Southern Ohio's specialist in custom designed banners and signs. Available in different sizes and materials, Graphics Network is the leader in sports promotion to show your school spirit. Score big with Graphics Network in the heart of Waverly on the corner of North High Street and US 23. Call them at 740-941-3771 or visit them on Facebook today.
Noise.
All righty. Welcome back to Ritchie's Inside the Paint live from Ritchie's Backyard Barbecue here in Piketon. Right now, we are joined by Eastern Eagles head coach Ethan Leist. Welcome.
Thanks, guys. Glad to be here. This is really cool.
So,
It is, yep.
Ethan, tell everybody a little bit about yourself, how long you've been coaching for the Eagles, maybe a little bit about your background.
Yeah, sure. So I graduated from Eastern in 2017, was a 4-year basketball player in my high school days, and had the opportunity after high school to go on and play at the college level at Division II Cedarville University. Played there for a year under Coach Pat Estep, who's actually from South Webster. And then after that freshman year, decided to transfer to Kentucky Christian University and finished out my playing career there. And actually my senior year decided to stop playing and become a student assistant on the team there, and that's kind of when I decided that I wanted to get into coaching. And so finished out my education there, did my student teaching, got my teaching degree, and decided I wanted to go into coaching. My first teaching job was down in Kentucky at Russell Middle School. Taught 8th grade there and was on the coaching staff for the varsity basketball team. We had a good year there, won the district, and got to get a taste of Kentucky basketball. It's very intense down there.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And I really enjoyed being down there. And to be honest with you, when the Eastern position came open, applied, and had no idea if I had any chance of getting the job. I thought I'd do the interview anyway and just see what happened. And honestly, would have been happy staying down there. Loved it down there. But there's nothing like having the opportunity to come back home. And so that's kind of where I'm at now. This is my second year here at Eastern. And it's kind of a dream job for me, to be honest with you.
No. He also did some broadcasting there.
That's what I heard. So you did the news for XIZ?
Yeah. I can't remember what year it was. I want to say it was probably my senior year. It was during COVID. It was when everything got shut down for a while. We got sent home from school.
Yeah.
And kind of had the opportunity. Someone gave me a call and said, "Hey, would you be interested in doing this?" I said, "I'll give it a try." Loved it. Worked there for the entire summer, I believe, doing the news for 100.9. And boy, was that a cool experience working out there.
It is kind of cool. I mean, I do enjoy being on the radio. I know you do too, T. Fred. So let's talk about the season.
Yeah.
What's your record so far? Are you 5-6
right now.
5-6,
Yep.
and you're 1-0 in the SOC2.
Yep.
Big win against the Western Indians on Friday. Let's talk about that. What do you think?
Yeah, so it's kind of been a tale of two seasons. The first half of the season, not even really officially the half, but the first part of the season before Christmas, we played a lot of games, crossover games, with I guess now it's called the SOC3. Played Waverly, West, Wheelersburg, Memphis, those type of teams. And so obviously it's going to be difficult to expect to win all those games against really, really good competition and much bigger schools. And so we did struggle a little bit. Actually played Russell, down at Russell, where I came from, and they have a heck of a team this year too.
Yes,
so
they do.
we had kind of a tough run of it. I think we went into the break, I think we were 4-5, which is tough. It's not where you want to be. But we came out of the break and played at Notre Dame, who is
that's a big win.
The district rankings just came out today for the first time. I don't know if you guys saw it on OHSAA. Notre Dame is, I believe, a 3 seed right now with the new RPI, and so that's it's a really good team. And so we actually led most of the game, ended up losing that game by 2 at Notre Dame. You guys were there for the call.
Oh, right.
And so, yeah, it was disappointing. It was tough, but I felt like we were playing much better coming out of the break. We had really pushed our guys and tried to kind of dig deep and get the most out of them, and I thought we played better basketball, and then that set us up for a date with the Western Indians, and obviously their record is not as good as what they want it to be. But having talked to Doug Williams out there, they've been through a similar stretch that we've been through. A tough schedule early against a lot of the bigger schools, and Doug set it up that way on purpose. He wanted to play good teams, and probably not the way he wanted it to go, but with their record not being what they wanted it to be, we told our guys, look, this is a good team. This is not a 3-6 team.
Right.
It's a much better team than that. And obviously it being a rivalry game, we really made sure to get our guys up for that one. As coaches, really made sure to do the prep work and kind of scout and get ready and put together what we thought was a solid game plan. And boy, it just seemed like things really come together for us. We executed really well. I thought it was the best, to be honest with you. It may have been the best we've played as a team over the last 2 years. Everybody was rebounding. Everyone was giving their all on the defensive end, and really they stuck to the game plan and executed it so well. And so we were very, very proud of that win. And obviously it's one game, but it's a game that we feel can kind of set the trajectory for the rest of our season, we hope. So,
Freddie, what you got?
Well, I've done a few of their games, and I think we've got you for the East game coming up, and then we got you again in February at Ohio Christian, New Hope. Your schedule is tough. I mean, Doug said the same thing, but you guys are battle tested. You've had some adversity, and you're getting through it. And the waves got a little rough, but I think you guys, you're doing a good job coaching them, and I like what I'm seeing. Like we talked to at Notre Dame, we're this close to winning that thing, and you just get a little more help in the score column. I think you guys will be okay because you got the Batman and Robin, the dynamic duo. That's what I was calling them, and those other guys step up and hit a few buckets here and there, and you're going to be also a different ball club scoring.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. And, that's what happened Friday at Western. I thought we finally kind of clicked for us offensively. We have guys that are capable. There's no question about that. You look at two of our seniors, you're talking about Jason Tucker, but you look at two of our seniors, Tegan Warner and TJ Richards, are two guys who are extremely capable, and we've seen them, have good offensive nights for us, and obviously you know what they can do on the defensive end of the floor. Mm-hmm. But those two are very capable of giving you double figures, and then you have guys like Aiden Warner, who's a sophomore, who got a lot of varsity experience, quite a bit of varsity experience last year for a freshman, and then Wyatt Richardson, who's a junior, and he's capable. He's a capable scorer too. Really, to me, it's about getting those guys confident in game situations. And like I said, I don't want to dwell on. You don't want to get too high or too low, but the game we played Friday, I thought, was an exact picture of how we want it to go, not just on the offensive end, but on the defensive end. But you got multiple guys, 4 guys in double figures. I think 3 of them had doubles. And that's just, if you can get a performance like that, you're a tough team to beat.
It is, yeah.
Well, all right, it's 7:30, and I think we're going to wrap things up. Any final thoughts you want to give everybody out here, Coach?
Yeah, well, I just want to say we appreciate Ritchie's and appreciate you guys for doing this. I think one of the things I mentioned earlier, being down in Kentucky and experiencing how seriously they take high school basketball down there, when I came back here, back home, one of my thoughts was we need the coverage that I saw down there. The coverage is good. The community gets excited about it, and I think you guys doing this is a huge step in the right direction for our area. I think it's a great thing. So appreciate you guys.
Well, and we appreciate you guys coming on. We appreciate everybody coming out. This is new this year. Total Media taking over the radio station. They've just, to me, revolutionized kind of the way Pike County sports is covered. And I think from this point forward, it's just going to get better and better. And I think I've signed on to do at least one Eastern game, and I'm really excited. Most of these kids I've watched grow up, so it's exciting for me to call a game. It was kind of difficult for me to call the Piketon, Eastern game because I gotta cheer on my Red Streaks. But then I'm looking at all these young men out here. One of which I know's got a birthday today, old Tucker. But I've seen most of them grow up. I remember when they were this tall, and so that was a difficult game to cover. So I'm excited to cover the games I've got coming up, and hopefully next year we can bring more to our host of radio stations from Total Media.
Well, and by the way, you've got some good basketball in Pike County to cover.
Yeah.
You look at Western. It's still a good team. It's a well-coached team. It's a group of kids that play really hard. And I told our guys that they're much better than their record. Waverly, Coach Bradley's doing a good job out there, kind of turning that thing around, and they've got a lot of talent to work with. Piketon as well. We played them early, and I'm glad we got them early because it seems like they're coming on strong right now. You got good basketball in the county, and the folks that live here should be excited about it because high school basketball is special. There's not much like it, and so I really appreciate the coverage that you guys are giving.
Well, I'll tell you what, I want to say this. The community, I've had several people stop me at Walmart and other places, and I'm going to give kudos to Hot Rod and Big D and all the staff at Jackson and Total Media. They're going the right direction. There's been people they really love listening and what they're watching and seeing and how things are going, and the sound quality is better, and I'm not trying to knock the old station. I don't mean that, nothing at all. But they're going what do you want to call it? It's 2024, so they're progressing up the ladder to what these kids deserve and the community. And there's, like he said, there's a lot of action we can cover. And I know Hot Rod, he's still got ideas spinning, and he'll do even more things. So, if you're interested in all this stuff, in another 2 or 3 years, we're going to might have to pull him out of retirement. Going to need some more guys to help do all this stuff, because there's a lot to cover, and they're doing it the right way.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, look at this board, just the cameras around us. We're live streaming the Piketon home games on video. So, I mean, just all these things just bringing us into 2024, and in the future, it's just going to get better and better. So, yeah. We enjoy it, but we appreciate you coming out, Coach Leist, and good luck. What's your next game?
We play Friday at home against South Gallia. Big conference game.
Well, good luck Friday at home, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Rod, you want to jump out in the crowd?
Yeah, Coach, I wanted to ask you, I remember you playing ball for Eastern. I covered a lot of your games. How exciting was it for you to come back to coach the team that you played for? And when you played, did you ever think, I might coach the Eagles one day?
Well, to be honest with you, no. I never thought I would end up coming back home and coaching. It has been surreal. And to be honest with you, we have a special community and a special group of kids that we get to coach. Coaching can be very, very difficult if you don't have kids with good attitudes and kids who are coachable. And we went through a rough stretch early in the year, but there was never once where our kids' attitudes were bad or where they gave up or I felt like they, weren't still engaged. And that says a lot about the families and the parents in the community. But to answer your question, like I said earlier, it's a dream come true, honestly, to be able to come home and coach the sport that I love back home where I went to high school, and it's just a really cool thing. And to be able to kind of go off and try to gain a little bit of experience out there and then bring, not that I know everything, to be honest, some days I don't know a whole lot, but to take the stuff that I was able to get from really good coaches. Coach Estep at Cedarville is top notch. He runs that thing like a Division I program. And I got to play for some good coaches at Eastern. Coach PJ Fitch did a great job during his time, had a great record. And of course, Coach Barrick, who I played for my junior and senior year, to take what I learned from those coaches and to be able to kind of bring it back and plug it in for these guys and try to teach them the game the way I learned it. It's just a really cool thing, and I really enjoy it. So.
All right, Roger, you want to jump out in the crowd real quick?
We'll take a break, then come back.
Yeah, we'll take a break. Let's
hear it.
So thank you again, Coach Leist. We appreciate you coming on. We'll be back here on Main Street TV with Ritchie's Inside the Paint, live from Ritchie's Backyard Barbecue in 2 minutes.
Hometown real estate and auction experts at Brewster Real Estate and Auction, located in the heart of Waverly at 200 East Emmett Avenue. Phone 740-477577 or check them out online at brewsterauction.com. Brewster Real Estate and Auction, a proud sponsor of Pike County High School sports. Brewster's Hometown Pharmacy is a family-owned independent retail pharmacy located at 104 Thornton Drive in Piketon, accepting all major insurance, offering prescription medication and over-the-counter products, immunizations, free countywide delivery, text messaging when your prescriptions are ready. A refill link is available on our website, brewstersrx.com, or call 740-648-3020. Check out our excellent selection of must-have items. Brewster's Hometown Pharmacy, 104 Thornton Drive, Piketon. Please elect Tim Dickerson, Pike County Sheriff in 2024. Tim Dickerson is a lifelong resident of Pike County and has over 28 years of law enforcement experience. Tim Dickerson brings the knowledge and experience that will reduce crime, establish great community relations, and eliminate wasteful spending. Pike County residents can expect more in 24. Elect Tim Dickerson, Pike County Sheriff. Paid for by the candidate, Tim Dickerson.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. Why would you wander around a warehouse store looking for paint when you could just swing by your neighborhood Ace? In addition to Ace's award-winning service, we have top-rated paint brands. Plus, our color matching technology allows us to match any color. So stop wandering and start painting. Head to your neighborhood Ace today.
Clinkers Lumber and Builder Supply, celebrating our 75th year. Check out our new website, clinkerslumber.com. Brought to you by Valleywood Cabinetry, now open to the public, located at 801 West 2nd Street in Waverly, next to Rule King. Stop in or call 740-331-7817 and get a free design from one of our design experts today.
Your side of Valley weather forecast this evening, calling for cloudy skies and gradually becoming partly cloudy with lows around 29. Tomorrow and Thursday, mostly sunny with a high near 47. Thursday night, a slight chance of snow and freezing rain with lows down around 30.
All right, welcome back. And Rockin' Raj is going to go through the crowd.
We'll go in the crowd and see who we can talk to here.
As we get Coach Bryce Brewster to come on up.
Bryce, come on up.
Come on up.
This young man here first. What's your name, buddy?
Aiden Warner.
Do you play basketball?
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little bit, huh?
What position you play?
Point guard or shooting guard, two.
Okay, how long have you played basketball since you've been in school?
I think since about 3rd or 4th grade, biddy ball, stuff like that. But
So what do you think about your season so far?
I think it's going pretty good. We dropped a couple games, but overall I think we're doing pretty good.
Okay, would you like to give a shout out to anyone?
I mean, my coaches and Brandon. Got to shout out Brandon.
Brandon! We'll have to see who that young man is.
Okay, how about you, buddy? Let's get you. What's your name?
Dalton.
Okay, what position you play?
Center.
Center? How long have you been playing basketball?
Probably since 2nd grade.
So how do you feel the season's going so far?
Pretty good. We've had our ups and downs, but I think we're starting to hit our stride at the right time.
Okay, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
My parents and Brandon, like always.
Brandon, like always. Okay, Mike, you want me to send it back to you?
Yes, sir. Joining us, we have Bryce Brewster, Eastern assistant coach. Introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself and talk about your season.
Yeah, well, first, guys, it's great being here. I really appreciate it. Like you said, Bryce Brewster, I've been helping Ethan. This is my 2nd year now. We got to battle against each other in high school, so it's made things fun in that way that we get to talk about some of our old stories together and stuff. I will say it was very different transitioning from Western, coming over to Eastern and meeting everybody. Mm-hmm. I was very nervous. I told E it was really weird throwing on the brown and white for the first time. Uh-huh. But I couldn't be happier. Everybody's been great out there. I teach out there. The administration's great. The community's great. I love it out there. I don't see myself leaving anytime soon. These kids, it's amazing how much that I feel like we've accomplished as a group. And every year I feel like, as a coaching staff, we get more and more out of our guys, and we're growing. I feel like Ethan's really doing things the right way out there. So.
T-Fred, what you got?
Well, I'm trying to think. That was a good answer there.
It was a really good answer.
I was listening to it. It's good, too, that you guys did play against each other, because sometimes I think the kids that you coach, sometimes, you'll say something about maybe when you played you did this or did that or coach did it. Yep. But with you guys, actually, it happened. So it's proven, and when you tell them about it, it's the truth. And I think it goes a long way, especially to kids there. Did that really happen, or is that how it really went? And I know I work a lot with the shooting and stuff at Waverly, and I will get out there and I say, listen, man, we used to shoot 50 to 70 free throws every night with Coach Hall when I played, and I said, I don't know everything. I'm agreeing with Ethan. I don't know everything, but I do the best I can consistently the right way, and I'll say, listen, if you just watch me, just watch my feet and my hands and all this. And I said, if you guys can consistently do things, and I know you guys are good at fundamental work, I've watched you play, if they got to believe and they got to do it to where they can do it in their sleep. And I think you guys are heading in the right direction.
Yep. No, absolutely. It makes it really nice to be able, me and he are still young enough to play with them.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes that helps that you can demonstrate a drill instead of just yelling on the sideline and trying to talk them through everything. So that's made it, that helps us, I think, in a lot of ways.
Well, you got the best team I saw. I should say, I want to go backwards a little bit and say the best team at least shooting the ball, the best team I've seen is Russell. Russell was lights out. I mean, it was just like, are you kidding me? Berg is pretty good. Your thoughts on your league team, your teams in the league? Who do you look for? I know Western obviously is tough, but who else you got that you're watching down the road here?
Yeah, I mean, Western's tough. We played them, I think, about as well as you could, really. If you would have told me before the game that we were going to win by 24, I said that would be tough to do that because Doug has his kids play really hard. Now, I believe in our kids, and I know that they're capable of beating them by 30 the next time we play, and that's the expectation. But, I think they're still one of the top teams in the league. South Gallia, we have them on Friday. I think that's a good test for us to see, kind of where we're at there. Northwest is obviously another team.
Northwest is a good team, yes.
They're really tough. But, we're battle-tested, like you said. Like with Russell, my goodness, in the JV game when I'm coaching, and I think they hit 10 threes throughout the game.
At least, yeah.
And it's like, fellas, I don't know, throw up a hand and do what you can.
Yeah,
but
that's right.
When they're coming across half, they're pulling it.
Yep.
And, rarely do you play teams like that throughout the season. But I think it helps us now because we look back on that and, when we go down to Northwest or we go into South Gallia, I think that we're ready for that. And I don't know if we don't play some of those, top teams. Berg's another one. You saw them just last night. Berg plays hard. They don't really have any weak links.
No.
They're just solid all the way through.
Yep.
And that game was a lot closer than what the score ended. It was tight all the way until the very end. We really battled them, and I was proud of that. So.
All right. Well, so you got any final thoughts before we let you go and talk to some more people in the crowd and maybe get Jace White up here to talk to?
Yeah, I'll let Jace handle the rest of it.
All right. Well, that was.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. That's Bryce Brewster, assistant coach for the Eastern Eagles, as we get senior Jace White up here.
He ought to know us. We talked to him before in football season. Yeah, a lot of these guys, football guys.
All right, welcome to Inside the Paint. Introduce yourself and tell us a little about yourself, Jace.
Yeah, thank you, guys. I'm Jace White. I'm a senior.
Man, that's a deep voice.
Oh, radio voice.
So let's talk about your season, Jace. Give us your thoughts so far.
Started off pretty good, but then we played a bunch of bigger schools, and we knew it was going to be tough games. We played really close with most of them, like Wheelersburg, until the final quarter, but Russell and all those teams. But we're trying to get back trying to win the conference, so we're trying to get back on track.
It's a tough conference, and hey, you're battle tested. I've said that 3 or 4 times already. And how do you prepare yourself? Coming into a big game, whoever you're playing, how do you get yourself ready mentally and physically to go after it on Friday nights? I know it's sometimes Tuesdays, sometimes Saturdays, but how do you get yourself going?
I just try to get pumped up before the game. I try to stay focused, like when JV's playing. So most of the time I just listen to music and I just wait until the game starts.
Now on your shooting, how do you like to attack? You like to attack the basket early, or get a feel for maybe a 3 out of the gate, or how do you feel like? I know you're warming up and you're feeling good, but in the game, what are you looking for?
The past couple games, I've been shooting a 3 at the start of the game. I don't know why, but last 2 games I made both of them. But most of the time I try to attack the basket instead of my teammates, like TJ and Tegan, because they hustle their butts off. So I try to give them a rock when I can.
Well, you do a nice job going to the hole, too. You got some good spin moves, spin action, and you're under control for the most part. And, like I told Ethan, I said, you get 3 or 4 of you guys hitting double digits, that's tough to beat. It really is.
So, Jace, tell us what your plans are after high school. I know you're a senior, and what do you want to do?
Yeah, I plan on going to college. I was going to go for education, but I might go as business. I don't know yet. I'm still deciding. Might play college football, maybe basketball. I don't know yet. Still decide on that too.
So what's your favorite? Tough call, huh?
That is a tough call.
Oh, tough call. That's all right.
I think we put him on the spot.
Yep.
Probably football. I like scoring touchdowns more than
scoring. Nothing wrong with that.
We got to call the last few games of your football season. It was very exciting.
That was very exciting.
Any shout-outs, Jace?
Probably to Sherman and Brandon. That's probably about it.
You're not going to shout out to your mom?
Nah.
She's going to be mad at us.
She probably will.
She's going to be mad at you, Rocket Raj.
What about your girlfriend? You'll give a shout out to her?
Yeah, sure. Shout out. She's in the other room.
She's in the other room.
I had to bring it up to give her a shout out, and she's sitting right here.
No, she's sitting in the other room.
She's sitting over there.
She's a Python fan.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
he's probably in trouble now, Raj.
Yeah. All righty. Well, sounds like a good time to take a break. We'll be back here in 2 minutes on 100.1 WXEQ and Main Street TV. That's Senior Jace White. Jace, thank you for coming out and talking to us, and back in 2 minutes.
Thank you, guys.
Yep.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a home or even a piece of property, then look no further than your hometown real estate and auction experts at Brewster Real Estate and Auction, located in the heart of Waverly at 200 East Emmett Avenue. Phone 740-947-7577 or check them out online at brewsterauction.com. Brewster Real Estate and Auction, a proud sponsor of Pike County High School sports. Brewster's Hometown Pharmacy is a family-owned independent retail pharmacy located at 104 Thornton Drive in Piketon, accepting all major insurance, offering prescription medication and over-the-counter products, immunizations, free countywide delivery, text messaging when your prescriptions are ready. A refill link is available on our website, brewstersrx.com, or call 740-648-3020. Check out our excellent selection of must-have items. Brewster's Hometown Pharmacy, 104 Thornton Drive, Piketon. Please elect Tim Dickerson, Pike County Sheriff in 2024. Tim Dickerson is a lifelong resident of Pike County and has over 28 years of law enforcement experience. Tim Dickerson brings the knowledge and experience that will reduce crime, establish great community relations, and eliminate wasteful spending. Pike County residents can expect more in 24. Elect Tim Dickerson, Pike County Sheriff. Paid for by the candidate, Tim Dickerson. Brought to you by Valleywood Cabinetry, now open to the public, located at 801 West 2nd Street in Waverly, next to Rule King. Stop in or call 740-331-7817 and get a free design from one of our design experts today.
Your Side of Valley weather forecast this evening, calling for cloudy skies and gradually becoming partly cloudy with lows around 29. Tomorrow and Thursday, mostly sunny with a high near 47. Thursday night, a slight chance of snow and freezing rain with lows down around 30.
All right, welcome back to Ritchie's Inside the Paint, live from Ritchie's Backyard Barbecue here in Piketon. We want to thank him, Ritchie's, for allowing us to come down and invade their area and put on this weekly show. Rock and Raj, you got some more out in the crowd that want to talk.
Yeah, I'm going to go to this young man because I heard he likes to talk a lot. What's your name, buddy?
Tegan Warner.
Tegan.
What grade you in?
I'm a senior.
What position you play?
I play the three-man.
Okay, since you've been in school, how many years have you played basketball?
I'd say as soon as I could.
All of them, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I've played all the years I could. When does that start?
Probably second or third grade.
You really like to talk.
I don't really like talking that much.
So do you like to give a shout out to someone?
Basketball team, I guess. I mean, we've really came together last couple of weeks.
There's no girl you want to give a shout out to?
No.
They all turn red when you ask them that question, Raj. Even Jace turned red.
He's in hot water. I can tell he's in hot water.
Well, I'm going to move over here. I heard this young man is his birthday.
He can thank his mom for that, for putting it on Facebook.
I have not heard you guys sing happy birthday to him.
Yeah, we sang happy birthday to him.
That's it.
Right. Yeah,
they're not going to do it.
Go ahead, girls.
Let's hear it.
Go ahead, girls.
Happy birthday.
There it is.
To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear son.
Hey, look how how happy he looks.
Not very happy at all, is he?
Yeah.
Of course,
All
he's
right,
singing
birthday
the-
guy. What grade you in?
Junior.
You had to like think about it a minute, or?
Asking my name.
Well, I'll ask you your name, but we all know who you are.
Everybody knows who he is.
Okay, Tucker, how many years have you played basketball?
Probably like 10.
10 years. Okay, I'm going to ask you this question like I asked the coach. I'm surprised your dad's not here because he loves talking on the radio. So what's up with that?
Kate had a game at Menford.
Oh, okay. Well, that we'll excuse him for that, I guess.
Would you like to give someone a shout out to?
Brandon.
Brandon?
They all give a shout out to Brandon.
Brandon, I'm going to come to you because everybody's giving you a shout out. I'm not going to ask your name, so I guess it's Brandon.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you just a fan and just like traveling around with them?
No, I've been a basketball manager since '97.
Okay, 97. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to? You got to think of somebody.
No.
Okay, he's speechless there. What's your name, buddy?
Wyatt Richardson.
What grade you in?
I'm a junior.
How many years have you played basketball?
I don't know, since like kindergarten.
Are you ready for the next game?
Yeah.
I didn't sound too positive there.
I'm ready.
Okay, anyone you'd like to give a shout out to?
No.
No.
No girls you want to give a shout out to?
No.
Now, when I was in school, if they'd ask me, I'm like, I'd like to shout out to all the girls in the high school.
I got a shout out to this kid. He cheers me on from the bench.
Okay.
I have a feeling there's a backstory there.
What's your name, buddy?
Carson Salisbury.
What grade you in?
Junior.
What position you play?
Shooting guard.
Shooting guard, and how many years have you been playing basketball?
Biddy ball. So 10.
Long time. Okay, anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
My parents, Brandon, and this kid right here, Sherman Salisbury.
Sherman.
Guys, what's up? No shout out to any girls? Are you just keeping it a secret?
I can't say.
There you go.
Secret.
The truth is out.
What's your name, buddy?
Charles Williams.
What grade you in?
Senior.
What position you play?
Forward.
Now, how many years have you been playing?
Since 3rd grade.
Good ball. Okay, I'll ask you the same question. Anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Brandon back air.
Well, Brandon, you got another shout out.
All right.
Okay, we talked to him. Let's get to you.
Get Sherman on there.
You got that right. What's your name, buddy?
Sherman Salisbury.
What grade you in?
Junior.
What position you play?
Small forward.
How many years you been playing?
Ever since I can get a ball in a little Tykes room, so a long time ago.
Okay, anyone you want to give a shout out to besides Brandon?
My parents, the basketball, like the economy and stuff, and they've done they've done a good job cheering us on this year, and hoping we go far like this year to the convo.
You got that right, buddy. What about Maggie? You want to give her a shout out?
Carson's calling him out
when I'm not dating one, because they like wish they can be like me, but they always pick on me.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Oh, Sherman.
Coach.
I want to give a shout out to my beautiful wife, Allie, at home. That's how you do
There
it.
you go.
You got to teach the boys. That's how you do it.
That's
There's
it.
going to be a lot of upset girls for not getting shout outs. TJ, do you have someone you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, give a shout out to Caitlin Brigner, my girlfriend.
There you go. Good man.
There it is.
All right, let me move over here to the cheerleaders. Go, team, go. What's your name?
Shelby.
And what grade you in?
I'm a senior.
How long have you been a cheerleader?
Since like the 5th or 6th grade.
So you really enjoy doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Obviously the girls, my grandma, and obviously my boyfriend. He doesn't go here though. He goes to a different school.
Okay, see guys, at least she's going to admit it. What's your name?
Mackenzie,
What grade you in?
sophomore,
And how long you been a cheerleader?
since like 8th grade.
8th grade? Okay, anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Terry, my cheer coach, and the girls, and Coach Ethan and Bryce.
Okay, girls, after I interview you, can I get you up here and do a cheer for your team? Oh, come on, we can do that now. What's your name?
Madeline,
What grade you in?
senior,
How long you been a cheerleader?
since last year.
Since last year? You enjoying it?
Yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Anyone you want to give a shout out to?
The team, my team, the coach, and Jesus.
There we go. There we go.
That's hard to top right there.
What's your name?
It's Gracie.
Gracie? Okay, what grade you in?
I'm a sophomore.
And how long you been a cheerleader?
Like ever since like 5th grade.
So you're really enjoying it. Okay, anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Terry and the team.
Okay, Terry and the team. What's your name?
Natalie,
Natalie, how long you been a cheerleader?
since last year.
And what grade you in?
Sophomore.
Sophomore? Anyone you want to give a shout out to?
My parents, Terry, the team.
Okay, can I get you cheerleaders up? Let's do a cheer for your team. Come on, let's do it. Come on, you got to be dedicated.
We didn't practice.
Well, just make one up. Hey, Rock and Roger, join us. Let's
Oh
go,
my
team.
goodness,
Let's go.
No. It's bad enough that you and I sing.
Do you want to get up and do one?
All right.
Skip it.
Come on.
There, the Boo Birds are out.
Oh, Boo Birds are out.
There he goes.
Here comes the cheerleading advisor.
So what's your name?
My name's Terry.
And you are the cheerleading coach?
Yes, I am.
So you come over here and like, let's go, girls, let's do it.
That's right.
All right, girls, let's do it. Let's get up and do one.
We are Eastern Eagles, #1. We are Eastern Eagles, #1. Come on, boys.
Come on, let's do it.
Eastern Eagles, #1.
All right, that's great. Mike, I'll send it back to you.
All right, yeah. Thank you, Rock and Raj, for going out in the crowd. Thanks, everybody, for coming out tonight to Ritchie's. It's been a great show. We love having you. Be sure, Eastern, they're playing South Gaia and Portsmouth East at home Friday and Saturday. The Waverly Tigers are playing South Webster at home, T-Fred,
Yes.
on Friday.
Yep.
Western Indians play Oak Hill on Friday, and then Manchester on Saturday, and the Piketon Red Streaks, we go up to Unioda on Saturday the 13th, and then on the 17th we're home at Hillsboro. So with that being said, next week we want you to tune in to Ritchie's Inside the Paint. It's going to be a special broadcast. We're going to be coming in at Piketon High School. We're going to have the Piketon High School girls team. We're going to go on about 6 p.m. Rock and Roger and myself, and I think we're going to try to get T-Fred there to interview Coach Kelly, Coach Taylor, and the girls while the Piketon JV game is on. Then immediately following that, the Piketon Red Streaks are going to take on the Hillsboro. They're the Indians.
Indians, yeah.
The Hillsboro, a lot of Indians. The Hillsboro Indians on some rare Wednesday night action. So be sure to catch that on Main Street TV, Your Total Media Radio on YouTube, 100.1 WXCQ, YourTotalMedia.com, and the Total Media Radio app. So for T-Fred and Rock and Raj, I'm the Madman. Good night. Have a pleasant tomorrow.
Go Eagles!
Go Eagles!
Thanks for joining us for Ritchie's Inside the Paint, presented by Rockwater Campground. Join us again next Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, live from the party room at Ritchie's Barbecue off US 23 in Piketon. Inside the Paint, presented by Rockwater Campgrounds, is brought to you in part by Brewster's Real Estate and Auction and by Tim Dickerson for Sheriff, and a production of WXZQ Radio, a total media radio station. Thanks for listening.